to another mathematics presentation. To those who have been following me, this is our second video under the topic coordinate geometry. So in this in this video, we are going to look at how we can find the midpoint of 2 points on the line segment. So what is the midpoint? So the midpoint, we are looking at the half, okay, the half values between the two coordinates that you have been given. So let's look at the line. Right, so let's say we have this line. So here we have point A and here we have point B. And this point A must have the coordinates. So we know that the coordinates are written in this form, x, y. Okay, so here I'll write x1 and y1. And even these points for B must have coordinates as well. So I'll write x2, y2. So this is the point AB. Now, if they want us to find the midpoint, we want to find the point along this line AB, which lies exactly halfway between point A and B. So the midpoint will be somewhere here. This is where the midpoint is going to lie. So if I want to find the midpoint of A and B, okay, remember even this point, midpoint, should be in coordinate what? Coordinate form. So the way I'll find this midpoint, I'll use this formula. I'll say midpoint of AB is equal to. So to find the midpoint, I'll use this formula. I'll say x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. So whether you start with y2 plus y1 or you start with x2 plus x1, you get the same answer, okay? So this is the formula that we are going to do to use. So the 2 is coming in as a result of, because it's half, it's midpoint. So when we add x1 plus x2, we should divide by 2 because we want to find the half of the value of x1 and the x2, okay? I hope this is clear. Let us look at an example. Alright, so this is our example. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of a line segment AB, where A is 5,2 and B is 1,2. So this is simple. Just come up with the first, write the coordinates. You have point A, 5,2. You also have point B, which is 1,2. Then from there, don't forget the formula. Write your formula there, where you write, this is midpoint. So you can say midpoint is equal to, so remember our formula, this is the formula on top, where we can write x1 plus x2 divided by 2, then y1 plus y2 divided by 2, we cross. Now we can rename these coordinates that we have. So this is our x1 and this is our y1, okay? I hope this is clear. This is x1, y1. So this is x2 and this is y2. So after renaming your points, just substitute now. Where there is x1, here we are going to put a 5. Plus where there is x2, we are going to put a 1 over 2. Then where there is y1, we'll put a 2 right there. Where there is y2, we'll put a 2. Then we divide by 2, like this. So from here, what are we going to have? So we can just add 5 plus 2, we'll get a 6. Sorry, 5 plus 1, 6, divided by 2, comma, 2 plus 2, it's a 4, divided by 2. So from here, we are going to say 2 here, 1, 2 into 6, it's a 3, 1 into 3, we get a 3, comma, 2 here, 1, 2 into 4, it's a 2. Okay, so this is the midpoint of AB. Okay, this is our midpoint that we have found. So sometimes examiners are very clever. They can give you a question whereby they will give you this midpoint and ask you to find one of the missing coordinate. So let's look at such a question. Alright, so now this is the second question. So remember, I did mention that sometimes examiners are very tricky. They want to test how you are able to answer such questions. So the question reads, the point 3, 2 is the midpoint of a straight line joining point A and point B. So point A and B, these points are on a straight line, okay? And the midpoint of this A and B is the 3, 2. find the value of x and the value of y. So you can say on the coordinates for point A, they have just given us x, 2, and the coordinates for B, they have just given us 1, y. So they want you to find the value of x and the value of what? Y. Okay, provided that they have given you the midpoint. So don't panic here. Come up with the formula, which is the same formula we are saying. Midpoint, okay, is equal to, so this is our formula. You must know this formula. x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. So what you do here is take note of the points. You have A, which is having x, 2. You also have point B, and the point B is having 1, y. So once you have this information, okay, then they have told you that the point 3, 2 is the midpoint. This is the keyword. So on your formula here, you are saying midpoint. So where there is this midpoint, you are going to substitute with the actual midpoint you have, which is 3, 2. Okay, and name these coordinates. So this is x1 and this is y1. So this is x2 and this is y2. Just substitute them here. So where there is x1, you put this same x1, okay? Or you can just put this x. Let's say we put x plus where there is x2, we put a 1 there. Over a 2, comma, where there is y1, we put a 2. Where there is y2, we will put this y. Then over 2. Once you write like this, you can now equate to this midpoint. So what is this midpoint? Is 3, 2. You write 3, 2. So remember, when you are writing coordinates, you start with x followed by y. So 3 is for x, 2 is for y. So here we just marry them, okay? So this one is x. Will be married to this first coordinate so that you find the value of this x. So you say x plus 1 over 2 is equal to 3. So this is a fraction. This is not a fraction. You can divide by 1. Then you cross multiply. So x plus 1 times 1, you get the same thing, which is x plus 1 over, 1 will multiply x, it's x. 1 times 1, it's 1. Unless if there was a bigger number here, apart from 1, then this will change. So 2 times 3, it's a 6. Now we want to find the value of what? The value of x. So here we say x equal to 6 minus 1. Okay? And definitely this will give us x is equal to, because 6 minus 1 to give us a 5. So x is equal to 5. So what has happened here is the positive 1 has gone to where 6 is, it has become a negative. This is why I wrote 6 minus 1. So the value of x is equal to 5. Now let's find the value of y here. Remember, this one, it was married to this 3 for x, because this x, again, this is x. Now this is for y coordinate. Again, we marry to another y coordinate here. So you say 2 plus y over 2 is equal to this one here, 2. Again, you do the same over 1. We cross multiply. 1 times 2, it will be 2 plus 1 times y, it's y. 2 times 2 to be 4. Again, y is equal to 4 minus a 2. Okay? So from here, 4 minus a 2, we'll say y is equal to a 2. There. So these are the values. So x, you just say therefore, x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 2. So these were the values of what? X and y. I hope it's clear. So thank you so much, everybody. We've come to the end of our short presentation. Okay, this has been your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. Bye-bye.